Assalamualaikum and good day, dear student. So in this video, I will share with you on how to use your scientific calculator in order to make sure that you can avoid a minor or careless mistake while doing your numerical calculation. Okay, let's focus on this exercise 2.8. Alright, so this is fourth position, and then we have this equation here. So this is nonlinear equation. So if you can see here, you have exp. So exp is actually another way to define exponent function. So in your calculator later on, you must to use function exponent. Okay, so I will share with you how to press your scientific calculator in order to calculate our solution. Okay, so as I told you, the first step, you must to have your function equal to 0. Since in this problem, we want to estimate time. Okay, means our roots calculation is variable t. So you must to have ft equal to 0. Alright, so from the given equation here, you substitute the value for concentration, and then you minus both sides in order to get equal to 0. Hence now we have this equation here, ft equal to 75 exponent power negative 1.5t plus 20 exponent negative 0.05t minus 15. So our function now already satisfy equal to 0. Alright. Okay, so I go to the next page. So let's start our first iteration. Okay, so I have a complete solution here. As I told you, the purpose of this video is to guide you on how to use your calculator. Okay, student, this is your scientific calculator. Okay, so in order to make sure you understand, so you can hands-on together with me. Okay, while listening to this video, you can also use your calculator so that you are familiar with all the function. Alright, so the first step, I want to show you how you want to set your calculator into number of decimal places. Okay, so you must do on your calculator. Alright, so now we have this active mode here. So in order to set your number of decimal places or significant figures in your calculator, you must to click here, the button mode here. Okay, you can see here you have the button mode here. So you press shift, okay, and then after that you press your button mode here. Okay, so in this place here is displayed to you the fixed term. Okay, you can see number 6 is fixed, so you press number 6. Alright, and the calculator asks you how many significant figures you want to use in your calculation. So we want 4 decimal places, then you choose number 4. Alright, so now your calculator has been set into 4 decimal places. Okay, so after we fix our calculator into 4 decimal places, let me share with you how to calculate this value. Okay, means that how to use your calculator to insert the exponent function here. Okay, so you look at f2.5 here. So we will calculate together this value. Alright, so now you have 75, so you click your calculator, 75. Now we have exponent, so this is exponent function. How to use exponent in your calculator? So you look here, you have the yellow symbol here, exponent, and then power, okay, button long. So this is in yellow color, so you must to active your calculator first. In order to use function in yellow, so you press shift. because shift in yellow color. Okay, so you press shift and then you press here exponent. So now you want to insert the power here. So we have negative 1.5. So negative 1.5. And then we have in bracket 2.5. So I advise you, if you have in bracket, so please put bracket also to avoid any mistake. So we have in bracket 2.5 and then we close bracket. So now you can see your cursor is in superscript. Okay, so to back into normal, you press the right arrow button. Okay, so now it's become normal mode. Okay, and then you put plus. Okay, so the next one we have 20, so 20. And again we have exponent to the power of negative 0.075 times with 2.5. So again, we press shift and then this button here, exponent. Okay, so now we insert negative 0.075, so negative 0.075. And then we have in bracket 2.5. So in bracket 2.5. Alright. And then we want to minus. Again, this is in superscript. So we press the right arrow button. Okay, and then we press minus and then 15. Okay, so please make sure you insert the correct equation. And then after that, you press equal. Okay, so you can see that your calculator gives you the value for FTL when TL is 2.5. You insert into this equation, so you obtain 3.3444, which is in 4 decimal places because we already set our calculator into 4 decimal places. So this is how to get the value. Okay, so the next one, in order to calculate FTU, you can repeat the same procedure. Alright. So later on, I will share with you how to calculate our TR by using force position formula. Okay, students, so now let's look at how to calculate our first root estimation. Okay, in first iteration. So I assume that you already obtained your FTL and also your FTU. So now let's estimate our first TR. So by using force position formula, TR can be calculated equal to TU times upper minus in big bracket. Okay, so we have numerator FTU, you plug in the value for your FTU, and then you multiply with in bracket T lower minus T upper. And then at denominator, we have the value of FTL, and then we minus with FTU. Okay, so I assume that we insert all the values respectively. So now we look at how to use your calculator. Okay, so please refer to this equation here. Okay, so we clear the calculation previously by press the on button. Alright. So now we have 5.5. So you press 5.5 and then we want to minus. Alright, minus. And then we have a big bracket here. So we have a bracket here. And then we have the fraction here. So you use this, okay? You press this fraction. Okay, so now your calculator asks you what is the value at your numerator. So we have here negative 1.7405. So negative 1.7405. And then we want to multiply in bracket. So I advise you put in bracket also. So we have 2.5 minus 5.5. Alright, so minus 5.5. And then we close our bracket. Okay. And then now we insert into our denominator value. Okay, so we have 3.3444. So 3.3444. And then you minus with the value for FTU. Since FTU is negative, so otherwise you put in bracket. Okay, so in bracket, negative 1.7405, and then you close bracket. Okay, so to make your cursor into normal, so you press right arrow button at your laptop. Okay, and then we close our right bracket. Alright, and then make sure you insert correctly everything, then you press equal. Ta-da! So now you can obtain the value 4.4731 of your TR. Alright. Okay, so later on, similar, when you have the next iteration, you need to calculate your new root estimation. Then you proceed like what I shared with you previously. So I don't want to discuss this part, okay, because this is in algorithm part, okay. So this is how you test which subinterval bracket your roots, okay. So next I will share with you how to calculate approximate percent relative error. So if I summarize in this table, you can see the first row here is our calculation for first iteration. So as I told you, for force position method, we don't have value for approximate percent relative error for the first iteration because we just begin our calculation. We only have current estimation. We don't have information about previous estimation. Okay, so that's why we put dash. Okay, then you proceed second iteration. Okay, so I don't want to discuss in detail this part. Okay, so I let you do this by your own, but I just want to share with you on how to calculate this approximate percent relative error. Okay, so let's say you have here, okay, you already have two estimate root here. The current one, okay, in second iteration, and then the previous one, okay, that you obtained from previous iteration. So now let's look at how to calculate our approximate percent relative error. Okay, so now let's look at how to calculate approximate percent relative error. So by referring formula, as I told you, we must to put the absolute. Okay, we can see here we have the absolutes here. Alright. Why? Because we want the value is positive value. Okay, so you have two options. Either you want to set the absolute into your calculator, or you want to ignore the absolute, but you must to remember when you write down your answer, you must to absolute that value. Means that you must to make sure your answer in positive. Okay. So in avoid any mistake, let me share with you how to use your calculator with absolute function. Okay, so now we reset everything. Okay. So where is the absolute function in your calculator? Okay, look here. You can see HYP. HYP is actually hyperbolic. Okay. So above HYP, we have in yellow ABS. ABS is absolute. So again, to active the absolute, you must to press shift. Okay, and then you press this button here. Okay, because it's referred to ABS. Alright, so now you can see we have the absolute sign display on our calculator. Alright, so we want our calculation in fraction. Again, press this one. Okay, so let's insert our numerator part first. So we have 4.1693 Okay, this is calculation for second iteration. I want to calculate this value. So current approximation, current TR, okay, 4.1693, 4.1693, and then we minus with previous TR, so minus 4.4731. Okay, settle with our numerator. Now we move to denominator. So divide with present or current TR. So 4.1693. Okay, so now we want to put our cursor in normal mode. So you press right arrow, cursor, right arrow keyboard, right arrow at your keyboard. Okay, alright. And then we want to multiply with 100. As I told you, no need to press percentage. Percentage here as our unit. So we times with 100. Okay, and then you press equal. So now you can see that you obtain 7.2866. However, as I mentioned during lecture, for percentage, we only write up to 2 decimal places because it's a common way we write our percentage. So we convert to the nearest 2 decimal places. So we should have 7.29%. Okay, so we already defined percent at the above one here, so we just write the value. Okay, so this is how we calculate approximate percent relative error, and to ensure the value in positive, so use this absolute function here. Okay, so I hope that you gain something from my discussion and you can explore by yourself how to use in smart way your scientific calculator, because in numerical methods it is very important. It's not only you know how to use the algorithm, how to calculate, but you must to efficiently use your scientific calculator also. And the most important thing, please be careful. Okay, try to avoid careless mistake. All right, so I wish you good luck. If you have any question, do not hesitate to ask your lecturer. Thank you, and thank you for your time, and thank you for your attention. Okay, stop here. Have a nice day.